Hi everyone, I'm Sonia Choquette. Welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, and welcome back. For those that are coming back, I'm an intuitive guide and teacher and channel, and we are focusing this month on the dramatic changes in April that we will see both outside and inside as the whole world watches the collapse of the old and moves into a brand new world at frequency that's really much more peaceful and aligned for all of us. Now, this is the second week of April, and this is intense month. So many things are going to change this month outwardly and inwardly. And we're going to talk about how to navigate what's happening for you and put that energy into personal power. So if you haven't watched last week's video, when you're done, I recommend that you do, because those are the basics. This week, what I want to focus on is how to navigate transformational times and all this disruption in the best, most grounded possible way. Because while there's a lot of change and chaos, it doesn't have to be the case for you. This could be a chance to move into a very grounded, calm, peaceful, aligned frequency, to create energetic integrity. That means wholeness, where your head and your heart and your gut and your intuition and your emotions and your body are all aligned. When that happens, you become invincible. You're not in danger. You are really quite powerful. This week, I want to talk about some of the ways in which you can stay connected to this raising frequency and not get thrown by the outer world. The first is, to the best of your ability, disconnect from the distractions of the outer world. Blow by blow by blow, what the news says, what people say, what indignations are happening. Because it is a distraction from where your real power lies, which is to stay focused and connected to what your inner guidance says, what your energy field is telling you. One of the biggest ways when we have been disempowered over the last couple thousand years is to be told you can't trust yourself. You don't know anything, that you must listen to authorities. And by having done that, you give your power away and you abandon your integrity, your wholeness. You abandon your inner knowing. So this is a new behavior for a lot of people. To not ask everybody else what they think and just go running with this drama or that chaos or this opinion. So the first tool of this month is to ask your spirit, your inner guidance, how you feel about things. Ask and check in with yourself. Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't even know. I'm pretty numb. And that numbness can be, I understand that numbness. When we were kids, many of you, when we were little, were very aware, very conscious people, but had it shut down by those around you. Be told you're being too sensitive, or that's weird, don't say that, or forced to override your instinct and do what the authorities told you. No, your grandma's a nice person. Go give her a hug. When in fact, she's a mean, horrible person, and to hug her is a betrayal of self. So the way that many people have managed that is you get up in your head and you go numb. Now is the time to thaw, to get out of that freeze and go back to the body, go back to your heart, go back to what's really happening, and know it's up to me to stay aligned with that, to actually begin to connect. And it might feel strange. It might feel like this is scary. This isn't safe. It's safer to follow others, but it's not. Now you can do this gently. And one of the tools in which I want you to do, I introduced the breath last week of the 4-7-8-4 breath. This week I'm introducing the tool of the deep sigh. When you're numb and you're overwhelmed and you really don't know how you energetically feel, you don't know what's in your heart, you're truly confused, and what I want you to do is go for a walk, and as you're walking, start naming the things you see right in front of you. I see a tree and it's just budding, or I see the first snowflakes if you're in that part of the world. I see the sun shining brightly, or I see a red car at the corner. Just it brings you out of your head and back to your actual experience. And then after you do that for a few minutes, just sigh, and smile, because that brings your awareness back into your heart space. When you smile, you open up your energy field. Last week we talked about creating boundaries, but this is another way to create boundaries. It pushes everything out. So that's one way to get back into the body and to really get connected to what your spirit wants. Your spirit comes through your heart, not up in the head. Your heart. It illuminates, but it starts in the heartbeat. So thawing, not numbing, getting back into your heart. And then here's the second part of that tool. When asking, how do I feel? And you don't know, it's because you're buried in fear. So keep walking and just start identifying those fears. I'm afraid I'll be alone. I'm afraid I'm going to be unsafe. I'm afraid the world's going to end. I'm afraid we're going to get blown up. Those are some of the common fears in this month. But then take a breath and notice something in front of you, because it brings you out of fear and back to the moment. Well, right now I'm walking down the street. Right now I'm sitting in my living room. Right now I'm having lunch. Whatever it is, I'm okay. So you start, fear lives in a future, catastrophic potential, and that keeps you very disconnected from your intuition, and it keeps you very disempowered. So you come back to the moment, you come back to what's happening, you come back to the breath, the sigh, and you start acknowledging what is happening where I am right now. Now, if you are in trouble, or if you are around something that's not good, your spirit will let you know right now. I am in a relationship with somebody who's not good for me. Okay, well, denial isn't going to help you get better. Wanting to try to change that person isn't going to work out. Their energy field isn't receptive. So then you ask your higher self. This is something I've done ever since I was a child. Ask out loud. Move me in the direction of my highest good. Help me overcome my freeze and move me in the direction of what will take care of me, my mind, body, spirit, everything. Move me. Move my body. Now, when you start asking for that, buckle up. You'll be moved. You will be. All of a sudden, you'll be maneuvered into something that is into some behavior or choice that you didn't afford yourself when you were numb. You didn't even know was an option. So that's a really big, big tool to use in this month, is to recognize I am numb. I'm not going to judge. No judgment. I'm going to have compassion for myself, but I'm also going to have enough love to ask that I move myself into more alignment. Another tool for this month, another thing to be aware of, is that there's a lot of drama going on, and it's going to get really loud. Emotional reactivity. People just exploding because there's so much tension in the air. Now, it might be you. Maybe you've had some explosions, in which case, forgive yourself and have compassion. It's just energetic nervous system overload. You want to go for walks, and if you can't walk, you want to regulate your breath and stay in the body. So work with your hands. If you can, you go left brain, right brain when you walk, or when you work with your hands. You can paint a picture, you can knit, you can work with clay, anything. You can sew, you can cook. Things that bring you into the moment, into the body, into the groundedness of you. Our electrical systems are taking on more energy than they're used to because our inner senses are opening. And that electrical system can fritz out. So you want to be grounded. Walking grounds you, working with the earth grounds you, working with your hands ground you, breathing grounds you, sinking grounds you. It's another tool. So be aware if you're agitated, reactive, emotional, frightened, scared, jittery, wake up at night, you need to get grounded. And the most grounding thing you can do is that sigh. Because you're grounding yourself out of your overactive mind channel back to the body, back to the earth. Slow down. That's another really big one, that the energy of the world is going faster, faster, faster. It's this fire horse energy everyone talks about. Well, it is accelerating things in the outer world, and it might think like, what the heck is happening? So slow down in your breathing. That regulates and helps you be in charge of energy instead of it running away from you. Another thing you can do, and it's so practical, is you want to gather light. We are becoming light beings. And we want to elevate the amount of light that we can hold. We don't want to be in darkness. We don't want to be in threat, what feels dark and menacing. We want light. So one of the ways in which you can do that, there's several. Wear white. Wear white. It gathers light. Another thing you can do is sing. Singing songs opens your heart and brings in, you can see the light comes in through your eyes. It comes off your skin. It comes through your smile. It comes into your aura. Because light is a protective force. The more light you have, the less you'll be pulled down by any contracting energies that are trying to hold on. So fill yourself with light. Gratitude fills you with light, and verbal gratitude, not just what you're grateful in your mind, but say to people, I'm grateful. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for your assistance. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your call. So grateful for the connection. Flowers, put flowers in plants or be around flowers and plants because they're very high vibration of unconditional love. They calm the emotions. Going in nature. Now here's another tool for this month that's very important. Your angels and your guides and your higher self are trying to communicate. But if you're noisy and distracted and scrolling and listening to everybody's drama, you'll miss it. So create periods of quiet. 10 minutes. Like, don't disturb me. Unplug, tune out, phone away. Quiet. Just focus on quiet. Just listen quietly. Your heart might be noisy. Your head might be noisy, but just disconnect for a minute. Say, whatever's going on in my head doesn't matter right now. I'm just going to focus on my breath. Quiet resets you and calibrates you back to the heart. Quiet will tune you in with your higher self and your guides. Just focus on your breathing. And you can put one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, and just say to yourself, I'm safe. I am safe. In spirit, I am always safe. And you might not, your brain might argue back and say, nevertheless, I am safe right now. And you will be guided this month very much to remove yourself from what doesn't work for you. And that's where the disruption comes. You will have first inner indication, this isn't good for me, but you may also face outer drama. There might be where maybe you're in a relationship and the person just becomes super toxic. Maybe the person becomes like, there's a French saying, I can't support this, insupportable. I can't do this anymore. You don't have to convince that outer source of menace to agree with you. Just disconnect. So remind yourself, I can choose something else. And even better, I do choose something else. Enough. Just say enough. Have you had enough? Is this alignment, this misalignment reached a point of enough? Because this is the scary part of this month. We are being asked to make changes. And they might feel bigger than we're capable of making. But we're going to be asked to make them anyway because staying the course of what's all wrong for you won't get better. It's enough. Now, of course, you can choose. You can choose to stay connected to what's all wrong, but you won't avoid the consequences of that getting more and more difficult for you. So it's your enough. Find your enough place to make changes. The other thing is to get in the habit this month of asking for help. Asking your guides for help. This doesn't make you a victim. This makes you consciously aligned to your divine support system. And when you get offered help, take it. If out of the blue someone just says, look, want to do this with me, or you want to go here, something that is of lighter vibration, say yes. Change your habits. Change your habits. Baby steps are okay. You don't have to do anything that is so scary that it overwhelms you, but little yeses will make a big yes. Little yeses to things that normally just invite a change of behavior, a different pattern. I had a friend going through a terrible divorce, very, very much a big battle about money and child care or child rights. And it was just awful, just awful. And she got invited to join this dance group where they just went and did free flow dance for 45 minutes a week. Everything in her said, I don't want to do that. Everything in her. But it was something that happened in the morning. So she said, okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to go because I can do it in the morning. I can drop my kids off and I can go, and it's before my day. So she started going. And even for that 45 minutes, other people like her who didn't want to go dance in clubs, but who danced, she started making friends, really positive friends, and started being reminded that there's really good people in the world. And she didn't have to be afraid or keep fighting someone who was clearly not aligned with her anymore. So after a month of dancing, she just didn't want to fight anymore. She said, whatever, I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to ask you for more than you want to give. And when the battle stopped, they came up with a pretty okay resolution about the kids. And then here's the paradox. Once there wasn't a fight, her ex left, and then he stopped wanting the kids, which was why she was fighting all along. And she just ended up in a more peaceful circumstance with their kids to rebuild her life. So say yes to the little lifelines your angels and guides give you, even if it's out of your routine or habit. Go to the book club. Go listen to the invitation to listen to a speaker. Join the music band that you've been asked to join. Show up at the community garden. These are lifelines from your spirit guides to help you align with an external community. And I will suggest, if you really don't have community and you need a beginning, join my Good Vibes tribe. Then it's in the notes. It's an online community, but we're very active. There's so many loving people there who will encourage you no matter how challenging your experience. So these are the things you're going to be met with is to break your habits, to align with people that really do reflect your alignment, and to ask your intuition, what does my intuition say? That's another one. What is not what my fear says, not what my family says. What does my guidance say? Have this silence and make the opening. What does my intuition say? Where's the light? In what direction would I actually be relieved? I would be helped. Where's that? That's very important. And if you follow these couple tips this month, you're going to find a tremendous amount of advance in a very disruptive time. Things will get a lot better fast, for real. If you follow these little things, go in the light, go for a walk, work with your hands, go outside, wear white, sing songs. Do what brings your spirit back to your body. It brings the light back in, and it gives you power. And have the courage and connect with the community that will help you get the courage to say yes to what really is the aligning and supportive and loving of you. This is the disruptions, nothing you meet this month is bigger than you can handle. Just remember that. Any change, any invitation to stop doing this and go do that, anything that suddenly ends, it's okay. It's supposed to end and something better is waiting. Really and truly. What you have is not the full opportunity of your safety and security, even though you've convinced yourself that. Sing instead of think. Thinking can get you into trouble. Make a playlist of your favorite songs and sing your heart out. And don't make them sad, scary songs. Broadway tunes, fun things. Sing and be in your body. That the place you went up here isn't even your place. It's the culmination of everybody else's shaping of who you're supposed to be. So this is the time, this month is the time to come back to your own freedom. It's intense, but it's improvement. Thanks for tuning in. If this helped you, then please give me a thumbs up, or better yet, I'd love if you would subscribe. It helps the community. It keeps the channel strong. And if you know anyone that could use this information and would maybe work with you and practice with you together, even better. If you don't have that person, again, my Good Vibes Tribe is a whole community of fabulous people who will help you, who will love you, who will champion you. And my book, Soul Mastery, could be very helpful right now. If you're not a reader, listen to it. Channeled Soul Lessons and Soul Purpose as well. These are really, really helpful for these times. And if you're just basic, read my book, Trust Your Vibes, or ask your guides. I've been writing for a long time, 32 books. You're not alone. This disruptive cycle isn't an ambush, it's a liberation, even if it feels a bit scary. So those are my messages for this week. I send you all my love. I hope I see you next week. Stay in the heart, stay in the light, stay in your body. Everything's okay. All my love. Bye now.